The sky over the planet Zorith was dark, filled with thick smoke and red lightning that cracked across the horizon. The sound of explosions echoed everywhere, shaking the ground beneath. Human soldiers were struggling to keep their ground against the alien invaders, whose technology was far beyond anything humans had ever seen. Among the chaos, one man stood out, a human soldier who refused to die. Captain Rylan had always been different. Even among humans, his courage was legendary. He had fought in countless battles, survived countless injuries, and always returned to the front lines. But this war was unlike any he had faced. The aliens were merciless. Their ships hovered above, firing beams that could melt steel. Their warriors, tall and strong, with strange glowing weapons, moved like shadows on the battlefield. Rylan's squad was trapped in the ruins of a city. Buildings crumbled around them. His comrades were exhausted, their weapons low on energy. Many had already fallen. Rylan himself had been hit by alien plasma bullets more than once. But he refused to lie down and die. As he crawled through the debris, his mind flashed back to why he was here. Humans had once been seen as weak, fragile creatures in the galaxy. Other species had laughed at them, called them incapable of fighting in real wars. But Rylan knew humans had something others did not: burning will to survive, and the courage to fight even when hope seemed lost. He checked his weapon. It was barely functioning, sparking from damage. Still, he raised it and fired at a group of approaching alien warriors. To his surprise, one alien dropped immediately. The others froze, staring at him as if shocked by something impossible. "You're still alive," one of them whispered in a strange voice. Rylan didn't answer. He simply moved forward, dodging energy blasts and diving behind the shattered walls of the city. Around him, explosions lit the sky like deadly fireworks, and the cries of wounded soldiers filled the air. Yet he moved with a strange energy, almost as if the pain could not touch him. His squad tried to follow, but one by one, they fell to the aliens' superior firepower. Rylan could hear them screaming, calling his name, but he could not stop. Something inside him pushed him forward. A force stronger than fear or fatigue. Suddenly, a massive alien walker appeared, its legs crushing the rubble beneath it. Its weapon glowed red, scanning the area for humans. Rylan knew that if it spotted him, he would be dead within seconds. He took a deep breath and ran toward it, dodging the heat of its weapons. With a wee-lamed shot, he targeted its energy core. There was a loud explosion, and the walker collapsed, sending a cloud of smoke into the sky. The aliens were shocked. Rylan was supposed to be dead, but here he was, taking down their machines single-handedly. One of the alien commanders, taller and stronger than the others, stepped forward. Its eyes glowed with confusion and anger. How is this human still alive? It hissed, almost to itself. Rylan had no answer. He only knew one thing: he would not die today. Not when his people needed him. Not when there was a chance, no matter how small. To turn the war around, he moved through the streets, dodging falling debris and alien fire. He found a small group of humans hiding in a ruined building. They were scared, trembling with fear. Rylan shouted to them, "Follow me. We are not done yet. We can fight." The humans hesitated, unsure if this man, already wounded, could lead them to safety. But there was something in his eyes, something they could not resist. Slowly, they gathered around him, ready to fight. Outside, the alien forces were reorganizing, their ships hovering above, sending down more soldiers. The commander had given orders to kill the human soldier at all costs. Rylan knew this could be his final battle. He felt the pain in his body, his wounds burning with every movement. But his mind was clear, focused on one goal: survival and victory. He raised his weapon and led the small group of humans into the streets. attacking with a mix of strategy and sheer determination. The fight was brutal. Aliens fell, humans were wounded, but Rylan moved as if he were invincible. His actions were precise, almost robotic. Yet there was a human heart beating inside him, full of courage and determination. Then, in the middle of the chaos, an explosion threw him against a wall. He felt every bone in his body scream in pain. For a moment, he saw darkness at the edge of his vision. But then something happened. A strange warmth spread through him, and he felt his strength returning, as if the universe itself had chosen him to survive. Rylan stood up, ignoring the searing pain, and shouted to the humans, "We fight or we die trying." The humans, inspired by his courage, charged alongside him. For a brief moment, the tide of battle seemed to shift. The aliens were confused, their morale shaken. How could a single human so wounded and fragile cause such destruction? As the battle raged, Rylan found himself facing the alien commander. The creature was massive, its weapons powerful, its skill unmatched. But Rylan did not hesitate. He dodged, attacked, and kept moving. Refusing to give in, the alien commander stumbled back, surprised by Rylan's resilience. It growled, "This cannot be. Humans are weak. They should not survive this." Rylan smiled, blood on his face, wounds open but strength unbroken. "Humans never give up," he said. "We fight, even when the odds are against us." The commander roared in anger and called for reinforcements. Rylan knew the fight was far from over. He looked at the horizon, where more alien ships were arriving, and then at the small group of humans behind him. He realized something important. He might be human, but he was no longer just a soldier. He was a symbol that humans could survive, that they could fight, that they could refuse to die even when everything seemed lost. With a deep breath, he moved forward, ready to face whatever came next. The war was only beginning, but Captain Rylan would not back down. Not now. Not ever. And so on the ruined planet of Zorith, under a sky filled with fire and destruction, a human soldier stood tall, refusing to die.